Good evening again, YouTube, and tonight still. Like I said earlier in my Queen Mary video, I made about 20... I don't know if you heard that, but disregard that comment. Anyway. The Soviet submarine B-247, also known as the Scorpion, as you can see here, as I mentioned in the Queen Mary video, resides next to the Queen Mary. I believe it's in the thumbnail as well. You can see this is the Queen Mary and such, and then of course this is the Scorpion down here. So let's get into history. B-427 was a Project 641 or a Foxtrot class diesel-electric attack submarine of the Soviet Navy. The B in her designation stands for Bolshaya or large. Commissioned in 1971, the submarine operated with the Russian Pacific Fleet until she was decommissioned in 1994. The boat was sold to a group of Australian businessmen who converted her into a museum vessel, which was then placed on display at the Australian National Maritime Museum under the name Foxtrot 540 from 1995 until 1998. Then she was given to Long Beach, California, where she is now, under the name Podvodnaya Lodka B-427 Scorpion in 1998. The submarine fell into disrepair and has been closed to the public since 2015. The submarine was decommissioned by the Russian Navy in December of 1994. She was one of the last 3 Foxtrot-class submarines to serve in the Russian Pacific Fleet. The boat was acquired by a group of Australian businessmen on a 3-year lease purchase contract and was towed from Vladivostok on July 25, 1995. En route to Sydney, the tow company claimed the deal for the Russian Navy to cover the cost of the tow was invalid and claimed that a $150,000 sum in towing expenses was required. The submarine arrived in Sydney on August 31st and after some modifications was loaned to the Australian National Maritime Museum for display as a museum vessel under the designation Foxtrot 540, which was the submarine's last pennant number while in service. As the submarine was still the property of the Russian Navy for the duration of the lease, an Australian ex-submariner was commissioned into the Russian Navy to command and look after Foxtrot 540, with the boat's former engineering officer assisting. The submarine was in near operational condition as the diesel generators, electrical storage system, ballast tanks, and hotel load equipment were functional, and Russian personnel traveled to Australia to teach museum staff about maintenance and operation of the submarine. Foxtrot 540 spent 3 years berthed at the museum, attracting over 700,000 visitors during this period, including intelligence analysts from multiple nations during the first weeks on display. In May of 1998, the submarine was loaded onto a heavy lift ship and relocated to Long Beach, California. On her arrival, she was berthed next to the RMS Queen Mary, which is shown on her right, and opened to the public on July the 14th under the designation Podvodnaya Lodka B-427 Scorpion. On April the 19th, 2011, the company operating Queen Mary, which is Delaware North, up until recently observing Commons, now that it's back to see Long Beach again, announced that they had acquired Scorpion and were planning to increase attendance at both attractions through combined ticketing and joint marketing campaigns. Urban Commons took over the lease of the Queen Mary and the Scorpion in April of 2016. The Scorpion submarine is owned by Newco Pty Limited and on a long-term lease to Urban Commons. In November 2012, the vessel was discovered to have flooding and as a result was listing 24 degrees to her starboard side. It was closed to the public in 2015, by which time the pressure hull had ruptured. By the way, pressure hull would be the inside hull of the submarine. And raccoons had taken up... Actually, sorry, maybe that's the outer hull. I forget which. And raccoons had taken up residence on board. By 2021, when control of the Queen Mary had returned to Long Beach, the city was attempting to have the submarine removed from its berth. So it would be removed from here. Well, guys, this was the Scorpion submarine video I said I would post in the Queen Mary video. I believe part 1 I said that, and you can see it's in a pretty sad state. It's in an even more sad state now if you look at it in more recent pictures, but yeah, it's infested by raccoons, so I wouldn't want to go in it, and it's closed to the public either way. So anyway, guys, hope you have a good night, and bye. I don't know what the next video will be. It'll probably be Stormworks videos, which I have some planned out. I just haven't recorded them yet. Bye.